going on today from this lovely Central Florida day? Alright. So today we're battling the rainstorms and we're trying to get out a fun vlog today before it starts raining. The last couple days and it's just been rain. So you look that way and you're like, man, it's really nice in Central Florida today, right? Then you look that way and it starts getting really cloudy if you can't tell. So I'm trying to just have my the fun day out here on the bike while I can this week in between the rainstorms. So I was watching it's a new release of a video game that came out, Black Ops 3, just a trailer. They had a little teaser trailer that just came out the other day. I think it was on Sunday, and I was watching it. Now I have been a huge Call of Duty fan since Call of Duty 1. I played it on PC. I was a big PC gamer for years. And that just really got me thinking, because now you got that coming out this fall. You have Star Wars Battlefront 3 coming out this fall, which is another first-person shooter. And I was like, oh man, they're gonna have so many good games. Oh gosh. So I got a little bit pumped, a little bit excited. So what I was saying, y'all, is that I was getting super excited. I grew up being a little bit of a video game geek, a little nerd, my entire life, and I absolutely love video games. Now, the last year or so, games haven't been really that great. They've all been overhyped and pretty much all sucked ass. So that was my feelings on the 2014 games. In 2015 so far, I just really haven't tapped into it. I did buy GTA 5 for PC, but other than that, I really haven't done much of anything because it just, I was like, forget it, there's no good games out. So what I really wanted to get to, topic-wise, was I wanted to talk about some of your favorite games that you have ever got to play over your lifetime. Something that you've literally spent probably days on, okay, worth of playtime over the existence of how long you owned it. It doesn't matter what system it is on. You could be a young person, you could be an older school guy like me that has had them since Atari days and just had a great time. So I would love to hear what you guys think. I have a few games that I'll rattle off that really made a big deal for me and that I literally spent probably easily days on. And I know a couple of them that I'm not gonna lie, I went into complete nerd geekdom there and I spent 20-30 days plus on, okay? Alright guys, so let's go ahead and talk about some of the things that I have personally spent way too much time on. Just being a little bit of a nerd geek, you know? And let's go ahead and start from when I see one of the biggest games that I played a lot of that really hit me pretty big was Mario 64, okay? Reason why I say Mario 64 is because up until that point, nothing had those 3D type of games where you could run around in your own field. You were locked into single, 2D playing field where you're just doing this the entire time, scrolling like that, which was fine. That's all we really knew, or just like a race car game like this. But when you got into that game where you could just look around and you were like, oh my god, I can go anywhere on this map, and you just got to run around and do what you want, go up and everything, it was like, this is the greatest thing alive. And that was one of those games that was just like, bam. The N64 was probably one of my favorite consoles of all time because it really brought in that whole different aspect of video games that up until then we had never experienced before. And I was just like, damn, this is badass. So Mario 64, easily one of my top games that I say that, oh my god, I'll play all day long. When we're talking about the N64, guys, the other big game that really launched me into playing first-person shooters, everybody knows it, everybody's heard of it, GoldenEye 64. Oh my god. That game was the shit. You went to your buddy's house, everybody will get over to one dude's house, and a big screen TV back then was like, a 32-inch or a 40-inch max, about all a rich kid would have. We'd all go pile over at his house and play games literally until 1, 2 o'clock in the morning on the weekends, and switching out. Whoever lost, you switched out the controller. That was one of those games that, you had to have. Yeah, I still have it in my collection in a box upstairs, taped up with all my Nintendo 64 stuff. So that is one of those games that, oh my god, I spent way too much time on. Alright guys, the next game that I really want to talk about that everybody knows all about, and it's just utter fandom, is huge, millions and millions of players, I got sucked into this game as Call of Duty 2 was out on PC, and then suddenly all my team that I was playing with suddenly bailed on me, and I'm like, where are you guys going? And they were all down in a different Ventrilo room. If you guys know about Ventrilo, it's voice chat on PC. And everybody's down in a different room, and I'm like, where are you guys at? Oh, we're playing another game right now. I'm like, what game? We've got to get ready for our match or scrimmage. And, oh man, we're gonna start cutting out on that game so much. And I'm like, why? And they were like, we've got this new game, it just came out, it's called World of Warcraft, you gotta try it. And I was like, what the hell is World of Warcraft? It just came out, what is this? They're like, oh, you'll love it, you get to build his own characters and stuff like that. I was like, I don't know. So for about 2 weeks straight, I just kept saying, nah, I won't try it out. But then I finally gave in and I said, alright, I'll go get it. And at that time, it was so popular, you couldn't even find it in stores. You didn't have the digital download copies and all that stuff that you do now, that they're pushing. It was literally, you just go pick it up in stores, install it on your computer, and just have a good old time. Well, so I finally found a copy and started playing. Well, that right there, you ladies and gentlemen, was the end of my life for a long, long time. So yeah, once I started playing World of Warcraft, my life was literally over. I forgot about every other game out there. Literally for the next 2 to 3 years, all I did was play World of Warcraft. Every night I got home from work, and I would just stay up until the sunrise would come up some days. If that tells you anything about how addicted I was to that game, it was redonkulous, okay? It was just stupid how much time I was killing on a game. And all it is creating your little character and stuff. I mean, that's how addictive I was to that game. So I'll tell you how bad my World of Warcraft addiction was. At one point, they have different levels of characters. I'm sure a lot of you guys know what I'm talking about, other guys don't know. And then you would level all the way up, and you got to, at that time, it was level 80. I had 8 level 80s, alright? I had a couple of my main characters that you'd hit the played button, see how long you had played, and they had over 60 days played. Many with 30 days played. It was bad. I mean, I was spending so much time on that game, it was phenomenal. I've never spent that much time on a video game before. So I was like, oh, holy crap, it was really bad. I'd say the next game that I really got into, that we literally spent hours on with all the friends, this is back on Xbox 360 now. We've switched back over to console. I use an XIM adapter, which is a keyboard and mouse adapter for all my consoles now, so I can still play with my keyboard and mouse, and I don't have to worry about having to hold the controllers and whatnot, and just enjoy having a good old day. And so what I did, the next game that I'd say I'd spend the most time was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. That game had the best graphics for the time, and it was so fun to play where everybody was playing it. There was all kinds of stuff where you just run around with knives only, this, that, you know, throwing knives, whatever. And I literally would spend hours every day on that game. But lately though, I would say I'm not really playing that much games. I did play all of Grand Theft Auto 5 on my Xbox 360 all the way through. I do have a PC now. I haven't played many missions on it yet. And I did have played a lot of Black Ops 2 with all my Call of Duty friends. We played that a lot, but actually my video game career is starting to really die out now. So yeah, lately my video game career has kind of been fizzling out here, I'd say, especially because of the fact that last year the games were just god-awful. I mean, Titanfall was okay, but it just didn't have a lot of replay value, and you could only do, I think it was like 6 on 6. That's kind of weak. You know, I didn't like the whole robots deal, but it was great graphics-wise, and overall it was a solid game. Advanced Warfare last year for me, Call of Duty-wise, I like Call of Duty. It was a good Call of Duty game, but I didn't like the exosuits. I didn't want people flying around and stuff. That, to me, just ruined Call of Duty. They were just trying to straight-up blatantly copy Titanfall. It was plain as day. And that's what I'm worried about with the new Advanced Warfare. Because you see them, they say, oh, we got rid of the exosuits. Well, now they're jumping on top of car trailers, and I'm like, what the hell? With one jump, they're doing flying leap punches and stuff. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. You might have got rid of the exosuits, but you did not get rid of the abilities. So I'm kind of sketch on that one. I don't know. I'm kind of just going to hope for Battlefront. But I guess, in a nutshell, that is my video gaming history, that are the games I like the most, that I have spent the most time on, and that I have wasted my life away on. And I'd love to hear what you guys think, what some of your top games that you spent the most time on in your lives growing up as a kid, or even now that you're even an adult. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I'm not going to call anybody like, oh man, he's such a loser because he plays video games. So they can say the same thing about us being on bikes every day, being like, oh man, what a loser. He just wants to be on his bike and work on his bike all day long. Or how you guys know I have 3 cars. And you just mess with cars all day long. It's the same thing. In reality, video games are a lot cheaper than playing with cars and bikes. I can personally tell you that. And I'm sure you guys all know that too. So there we go, guys. That is my history of the biggest games that I have really affected my life, that I've played tons of. Some of my favorite games. I would love to hear what your favorite games are. So please take a moment, leave a message down there on the comments below. Let me know what you guys played a lot of. I absolutely love responding back to you guys. It's fun getting to listen to you guys, write back to you guys. I get home every day long and respond to those comments. And I watch other people's vlogs constantly as soon as I get home. As soon as one pops up, I'm like, yes, new vlog, get to watch. So I enjoy it. But I thought I'd do something different than the other vloggers do. A lot of people try and copy theirs, but to me, there's no sense to copy it when I still got so much that I'm interested in, that it personally affected me. And that's why I really want to try and keep this channel growing. I have noticed the last couple of weeks, it's been growing a couple of people every single day, and that's pretty good for being a beginning bike channel. So I'm pretty impressed, and I'm thankful to every one of my subs. So if you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe, please. It really means a lot, as we're starting to slowly grow this channel. As soon as we get to 500, I'm going to be doing a 500 subscriber giveaway with some like McGuire's cleaning products and stuff like that. I always try and give back to my subscribers the best I can to show that I really do care and that I do listen. So I hope you guys liked it, and I will see you guys at the very next vlog. Take care, y'all.